She held the bowl out, and then the light went out. I don't want to make this sound fancy. I'm not good at writing. This happened a few years back on Halloween. I was with my cousin. We were at the edge of town. There was a crack in the sidewalk where the porch light made a perfect circle on the steps. We ran up laughing. My cousin loved candy. He knocked. The door opened a crack. A hand pushed a bowl of candy out. No face, no voice. The hand pointed inside the hallway, then away, like it wanted us to drop the bowl and go. My cousin leaned in and put a candy bar in his pocket. The hand cut the porch light. Darkness swallowed the hallway in one breath. Someone slammed the door so hard the house shook. The bowl clattered on the porch boards. We both jumped back. He was sugar-bright, sticky fingers. We stood in the street lamp circle. Then we ran. We turned the corner and hid behind a fence, breathing. He shrugged. I told him we should leave. Next morning, the neighbor called the police. He owned the house. He said no one lived there and the porch light didn't work. The cop came, looked at the porch, took notes. The neighbor later showed us his fence camera footage. It shows the door opening, a hand, the bowl, then a small kid walking into the dark hallway by himself. The camera cuts out right as the door closes. No footage inside. We never saw the kid again. The only thing left was a single white cotton glove on the bottom step. At first, I thought prank, but then small things showed up around the block. A porch light that worked when no one fixed it. A wrapper on a stair. An extra shoe on someone's mat. Little traces of people who weren't there. People whispered. Cops shrugged. Cameras cut out. We went back with flashlights. From the street, we could see the door ajar. A dark throat leading in. Once, I saw a shadow at the window. Not a full person, just a patch that moved like breathing. It didn't feel like a ghost. It felt like a shape used to being quiet. Weeks later, my cousin rang. He was shaking. He'd been at the corner store. He felt followed. He kept looking back and saw a small figure a block away, ducked behind cars, then gone. He said it felt like the porch kid was looking for something. He kept pausing, like the words stuck. Police never found the kid. Families asked questions. The neighbor said he had been away. He moved. People get tired of being scared. They sell or move or forget. One thing I remember, the glove. We picked it up with a stick. It was clean, no blood. It smelled faintly like detergent. The cop bagged it. It sat in evidence. I remember how small it looked, like for a child's hand. A glove can mean so much. Months later, a kid went missing 3 towns over. They had been trick-or-treating. The cases never proved a link. On TV, I saw footage of a porch light flicking, a bowl. The anchor said footage had cuts. The family cried. I sat and my hands were cold. Sometimes I replay the night. We stood at the crack. We knocked. The hand pushed the candy. The light went out. The kid walked into the dark alone. How does a child walk into an empty house? Who held the bowl? Where did that hand come from? People ask why we didn't shout, why we didn't drag the kid back. I was 11, you don't think. You do what seems easiest to not get in trouble. My cousin trusted people. He trusted faces he couldn't see. Sometimes the memory is a smell. Dust, paint, the tin of candy hitting wood. Other times, it's a sound. The soft slap of a glove on a step. I have dreams where the camera zooms in and the footage keeps cutting. I watch and I can't stop. There were stories before. Grandparents talk about houses that take. I didn't believe them. Not until you see the glove. Not until footage stops at the exact breath before the door shuts. Then you listen. You watch the space where the dark was. I try to be rational, maybe prank. Maybe someone with a bowl wanted to steal candy. Maybe the kid was with someone else. Maybe nothing. But you feel it when a place holds pieces of lives. A porch light can blink at you like it remembers. People in town started leaving toys on steps, like an offering. Old women place cookies by gates, kids leave pictures. It seemed stupid, but people do weird things when they can't fix a thing. Maybe they were trying to remind it of being busy. We told our parents. My aunt held the glove and said quiet things. The detective came a couple times. He looked worn. He wrote down the faded pickup we had seen. He said he'd check other cameras. People on our block started to change. Some kept curtains closed. Others sat on porches all night. A kid said he heard humming behind a house, like someone humming a lullaby out of tune. Another kid found his shoelace tied, even though he did not tie it. Small things kept showing up. My cousin stopped smiling like before. He carried candy but rarely ate. He kicked at a curb and found a sticker from a party. He kept it in a drawer like it mattered. He started watching doors the way old men watch street corners. We both got quieter. I slept with the light on sometimes. The cat hid under the couch. I cleaned the porch by hand until my palms hurt, like I could wash the night away. Once, I thought about walking into the station and asking for the glove back. I waited until the day I could not. When I held it, my hands shook. It was just cotton, small, clean. It smelled faintly like soap and dust. The cop had bagged it. It sat in evidence for a while. I kept thinking how a small glove could pull out of town. There were rumors. Someone said a family left in a rush. Someone said a man used empty houses to hide. Nothing fit neat. Towns keep memory like moss. Houses keep things people leave behind. I still drive by sometimes. The porch light blinks. The curtain moves like someone breathing. I slow down, look, then drive on. The glove sits in a box like a small heavy thing that remembers. I don't have answers. I can't explain why the camera cut out. I can't explain the owner or the bowl or the quiet voice on the phone that sounded like a child asking for home. I only know the crack in the sidewalk, the perfect circle of light on the steps, the hand with the bowl, and a small cotton glove left on a bottom step. It sits in my chest like a stone. I keep thinking about that cotton glove. It keeps coming back to me like a small question. I won't pretend I know what happened. Sometimes when I'm on my porch, I pause and listen, like waiting for a bowl to clatter. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's the memory of someone who needed home. I don't know. I only know that night stays with me.